We've all heard the phrase before, sex isn't everything. But are we kidding ourselves by denying the fact that it actually plays a huge role in our relationships? My name is Austin Salas. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and I help men overcome sexual issues that may be affecting their relationships, their marriages, or their lives in general. And today I'm going to be sharing some valuable tips and even a mindset you might want to adopt when moving forward with sex. And I also want to share some of the thoughts on the phrase I'm sure every single adult has heard by now. Sex isn't everything. Now, I strongly disagree with this statement because when people think of sex, they automatically associate it with orgasm, with these states of pleasure. Yet that's actually just one aspect of it. Sex can be viewed more for its ability to bond, for gentleness, comfort, vulnerability, connection, and the key word here, intimacy. So you may have heard people say, yeah, sex isn't everything, but the lack of sex is everything. And even more specifically, intimacy itself isn't everything, but the lack of intimacy is everything. Let that sink in for a moment. Lack of intimacy is everything. You see, without that connection, we suffer greatly. Our physical and mental health decline. We may feel like we're being deprived of a human necessity for personal evolution. By nature, we are pair bonding mammals. We want to feel loved, connection, emotional, and this expression. We thrive in relationships that prioritize not only this intimacy, but emotional and sexual connection. It doesn't get any more vulnerable and truthful than being completely naked and open in front of your partner and being able to connect, to bond, and to develop not only a physical and mental connection, but an intellectual and spiritual one as well. If your relationship is lacking sex, meaning the absence of emotional and sexual connection, then the relationship isn't in jeopardy. And I know what people are thinking, well, this just means I need to have more sex. And this cannot be farther from the truth. You do not need to have more sex. You need to focus more on bonding, on taking the time to communicate and listen to each other. Take the time to do something nice for your partner. Prioritize giving without needing to receive anything in return. And naturally, the intimacy will rekindle itself. You'll naturally have more sex and hopefully more enjoyable sex. So this is what we mean by lack of intimacy is everything. It's unfortunate to see many marriages failing, over 50% divorce rates, higher for second and third marriages, and I truly believe a lot of these troubles arise from the lack of intimacy. And it brings me to this point that my client made the other day when we were talking about some issues that he was facing. He was discussing all of the challenges, right? Dealing with financial stress, dealing with his children, with the growing tension and separation between him and his partner. And before I could even ask him a question, he turns to me and says, you know, if my sex life was better with my wife, if we had a deeper connection with each other, then I truly believe that all of the challenges that I'm facing in my life would be much easier to manage. This sums up the message for this video. We will always be facing challenges no matter what, and we have to make an effort to set aside time for deep connection and this intimacy so that these challenges don't percolate into our sex lives and we can avoid the pain that comes with that. Thank you guys for watching.